Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. William Ruto's deals are finally out. William Ruto's secrets are finally out. I am happy that in Kenya, we still have people who can boldly stand and face the truth as it is without fear, without trembling. They face truth as it is. I am happy that in Kenya, we have people who can be able to stand up for the truth. In Sweden, the former Central Bank of Kenya governor, Professor Njuguna Ndung'u is also an ex-cabinet secretary. In Sweden, the foreign land, Njuguna has chosen to let the cat out of a sack. Amewachilia pusi kutoka kwa gunia. And boldly, he has taken up the responsibility of speaking what is going on in William Ruto's government. He has brought it out clearly on how Kenya is struggling with incompetent leaders. Can we listen to Professor?
You're right. That capacity is there to do the right things. But it is covered by the institutional failure problem as somebody who wants to overrun the institution. Right now, I don't mind even if I'm quoted. Right now, the current president overruns all the institutions. And that is why everybody in those institutions will have to conform for fear. But I refuse to do deals in the Ministry of Finance. I can't do deals. I know. It follows you to your grave. It doesn't go away with the regime, by the way. There are people who are my friends that were caught up in some of those things, including in the central bank. And even by the time they died, they were still being followed by those things. The cases were not concluded because it becomes a major punishment. Now, it's only capacity at the individual level and the institutional level that can give you that courage to say no because you know it will follow you. Regimes change and rules of the game change. And that is one of the biggest lessons. Actually, there are some people who actually argue that I would not have succeeded with M-Pesa, for example, if it was a different regime. And I've seen it. There is a Minister of Finance who even almost stopped M-Pesa. It's only that I reminded him that the central bank is independent and you cannot direct the governor of the central bank. But even having said that, because the big banks were fighting, I had to go down and do what he wanted.
We have been saying these things. Independent bodies in Kenya are no longer free. Independent bodies in Kenya are no longer independent. Tuanzie DCI, tuingie NCIC, tuende judiciary, tuende National Assembly, tuende kwa Senate, tuende kwa police. Those independent bodies that are supposed to serve the interests of common people are no longer independent. Let me give you an example. NCIC, the National Integration Commission, it is no longer independent. Look at how it is treating the case of Aden Duale and Gachagua. Aden Duale was first summoned. Instead of respecting the authority, Aden Duale said, I am not coming until you summon Rigiji. NCIC came to a press again, acting on directions from Duale to summon Gachagua means independent bodies cannot be left to do what they are supposed to do. They cannot be left to run their exercise. Let me give you the latest example. Parliament was compromised to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. The Senate was compromised to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Someone can ask me, Kaka Sungura, how did you know? Shetani ameanza kuwatawanya wale ambao walihusika. Junet Mohamed amesema in public, tulipewa pesa kuimpeach Rigathi na treasurer wetu alikuwa Aaron Cheruiyot. Can we listen to Junet Mohamed? Can we listen to Junet Mohamed as he speaks the truth, how they were paid in broad daylight to impeach Rigathi Gachagua?
Kuna kitu ilitembea hapo huko bunge. Wacha niseme ukweli. Kuna kitu ilitembea nini? Na accounting officer alikuwa mtu naitwa Aaron Cheruiyot, ndio alikuwa accounting officer. Wengine nimeona wanarukaruka hapa, walikamata hizo vitu na hawakujenga boma. Tafadhali, kila saa impeachment haikuji. Kama umepata kitu kwa impeachment ya Gachagua, tafadhali jenga boma mzuri. Ile boma nimeona na pesa ya Gachagua haitoshani. Kuna hisabu imepotea. Mambo ya kuharibu pesa yako na watu yellow huko Nairobi. Unapeana pesa kwa yellow huko Nairobi. Lete pesa hapa chini bana. Tumeelewana? Wale wanajua ile kitu vinaongea wanajua. Sijaona marupurupu na malipo ya hiyo impeachment, sijaona kama imefika Bungoma. Ile nyumba nimeona juzi hapa, hiyo ni nyumba, hiyo mabati haifai kwa mabati kama hiyo. Haifai mabati kama hiyo. Jambo la pili.
This publicly confirms. This publicly gives answers. Why? The independent bodies in Kenya are no longer free. So this is what Njuguna is alleging. Njuguna says that Ruto is weakening Kenya's institutions by concentrating too much power in the presidency. Njuguna proceeds to say that many state institutions no longer operate independently. Why? Because officials fear challenging the president. He argued that this has undermined institutional checks and balances and weakened public governance. Now you know how incompetent Kenya has become. God bless you. Asanteni sana.